Hello everyone, this is Erika of the storytellingjuveler.com and you are watching No One Has to Bead Alone, because despite of isolation and despite whatever is going on in the world, you will never have to bead alone. We meet every Friday, 5 o'clock in the afternoon Central European time, and we work on a different design every week. This week, the Acantha brooch. I hope you are excited already. I am. The reason is not only because we are going to be together, but also because one of you challenged me last week to really step out of my comfort zone with my colors. So that's what's happening today. And I see Teresa, Petra, and Angelica, Sarah, Eleanor, Niti, Kata, Katie, Erika, Anita, Ingrid, Frida, Susie, Connie. Hello everyone, I'm waving at you. Wave back at the monitor, please. It doesn't matter if other people sitting in the room with you will think like, oh, she's a bit crazy. Wave to everyone. Hello, Betty. And Kata is asking, is white happening? Nope. You know, I think it's very important to say where is the border we are willing to cross. And today I am willing to cross the border and use black beads in my beadwork and leave out turquoise. However, using white, that's not something where I am going to go. Nope. No way, I don't own white beads actually. So if anyone wants to challenge me with beading with white beads, then the first thing she actually needs to do is to send me beads as a gift. Maybe if I receive a big package of all different shapes and sizes of white beads, like a big package, maybe then I am willing to do that and work with white beads. Not until then, no. So, and in the meanwhile, Corinne, Sarah, and Sarah Hashkin, and Sharon, Cheryl, Jana, Lynn, Nora, Reinhilde, Sherstin, Carol, Martine. Hello everyone. Susie tested the tutorial already, so it works, the download. You have to, if you are experiencing trouble, then please check your spam folder, because that's what sometimes is happening. And please check that if you typed in your email address correctly, because that happens to me all the time, that I make a typo. So that can be what's happening, but otherwise the technical aspects are all right. And yeah, Sherry, Sandra, Hilly, and Lynn says, funny, I don't use white or black unless necessary, either too much into colors. You see, that's exactly my feeling. Colors are too good. Hello, Hilly, and this is your fault that I'm nervous. I have the black beads here, I promised. Okay, Kata says that also she could download the tutorial. Great. Hello, Mary Ellen. Teresa says, oh no, you didn't. Someone is going to send you white beads for next week. If it's going to be, you know, like a big bag of white beads, all kinds of different shapes, maybe then I am willing to use them. Okay, Niti says that she got a left-handed illustration. Okay, then I know what is the problem. Because as I am this week working on like upgrading the workshop experience and the tutorial experience and everything, then one of the ideas during last week's Byzantine class was that I should include left-handed illustrations. So maybe I uploaded only the left-handed version of the file to. It's strange. Please, did you get the left-handed illustration like when you bought the tutorial or when you downloaded it for free? Could you please help me out with that? Niti, dear Niti, where did you get the left-handed illustration? There should be, oh, you bought it, I saw it. Thank you so much, by the way. So there should be 2 files in the downloads. So one is the left-handed illustration and one is the real tutorial. So is anyone else having the problem? Just a sec. I will check it. I'm so sorry. Okay, I see it. Need to please download the free version, and there you have it. Okay. And from now on, who buys it, there is the normal tutorial also, don't worry. And I will resend it to you through the system again, but okay, those who bought it, thank you so much. I just saw that there is only the left-handed version. Please download the free stuff. Then it's then you have the normal tutorial too. Can you please do that? And Malka is with us. And Lynn also is out of her comfort zone today. She says, I'm doing the same thing today out of my comfort zone, using pinks and oranges, which are not my norm. So guys, please go for the free version now. And if you would like to support the broadcast, then afterwards you can buy it. It's already uploaded. It should be okay. But please download now the free version to have the full file. And then I will sort out everything afterwards. So, a quick check. Do you have all the beads? Do you have all the beads what we need today? We will need MIYUKI DELICA beads, 3 colors if you would like to make like a very intricate combination. You can also go for 2 colors. I would recommend to go for at least 2 colors, but you can also go for 3. And then you will need number 15 seed beads, 1 or 2 colors. You will need number 11s, also round seed beads. You will need fire polished beads, 3mm ones, also 1 or 2 colors. I will use 1 maybe. Let it be black, paint it black. And then you will need 4mm round beads and 3mm BICONE beads. That's it. And I used this brooch base. So I actually glued my motif onto this brooch base, but it is also possible to sew it on. It actually since it has like 8 corners, 8 points, then it can be nicely sewn into the filigree. Kata is asking, am I the only one today using normal colors and only 2-3 tones out of my comfy to be? Is there at least yellow and 2-3 tones of yellow? And Sharon Nitty, please let me know. Do you have the file? Did you download the free version so you have the full illustration? Please let me know. I don't want to start beading without you, ladies. Zuzi says, just made up my color combination thanks to my messy board. That's what I'm usually doing, or just grabbing something here and there. By the way, today I continued with upgrading my new atelier. Recently I moved into our extra room, so now I have my own beading kingdom or queendom. And yeah, what is happening now that I made my desk like double length. So okay, so here it is. Now it's covered by beads because I was looking for something black, but here will be my photo station. And now it's just covered with beads. Sharon, it doesn't coincide. So even if you bought it, you can download the free file. It doesn't matter. There is no connection between the two things. I will try to quickly resend it to you in this case. I'm sorry for the problem, and we will start beading just in a second. But you can download the free version. There is no reason why you wouldn't be able to. I am sending out the file one more time to everyone. Okay. Corinne, I sent out the file to you. Corinne Niti Sharon. Yeah, and as Cheryl is saying, have a look on the right, a little further down the screen for the free version. Exactly. You need to type in your, but actually now I updated also the version to buy, so it is all right now. And the free version is on the same page. You need to scroll down a little bit and then type in your email address and first name. But those who bought it, I quickly resent it to you, so it should be okay. You should have it in your email boxes now. Niti, Sharon, Corinne, do you have it? Please, someone say something. Okay, color combinations. Teresa says teal, red, olive green, fire polish and delicas, black AB crystals, bronze seed beads. Hello, 𝐊𝐿𝐻𝐿. Okay, I am waiting for Sharon and Corinne and Niti to confirm that they have the file. I resent it, so you have it in your inboxes, or you can download the free version. There is no connection between the purchasing and between the free version, so it is absolutely possible to download the free version as many times as you want. And in the meanwhile, okay, let's get started then. I will anyway show you the illustrations, and it is in your inboxes, the download links. It should be. Sharon, are you here? Niti? It's on the No One Has to Bead Alone side, where it's not on the tutorial. So you go to the storytellingjeweler.com/no-one-has-to-bead-alone/ and then you scroll down a little bit. First you see the paid version. It says add to cart. And when you scroll down a little bit more, then there is a big option which says download the tutorial. Your first name, your email address. You type them in and you click on send me the tutorial in email. And then that's what you need to do. Just go to your inbox, confirm your subscription, and yeah, and then you can download it. Or as Niti says, I regenerated the download permissions, so it's also available in your account. So let's get started. I hope everyone will be able to download or to follow from the screen. And we are starting easy. We are starting with some DELICA beads. And we are going to pick up 4 pieces of them. As always, I am working with number 12, FIRELINE. Corina also has it! And so, pick up please 4 pieces of MIYUKI DELICA beads and join them into a circle. I always leave a 10-12 centimeter or 5-6 inch long tail, and I will secure it later. So Sharon, do you have it? Now I am very dolly for you to make sure that you can bead with us. So, and when you have the 4 beads, what you are going to do is that you add 4 pieces of delicas between the already added delicas. It can be the same color or it can be a different color. It's up to you. I will actually use the same color here. With my first color combination, I used 3 different colors, but here I will use only 2. Okay. Do you use 2 or 3 color combination? 3 different colors of delicas. I am curious if you are overcomplicating it like I did in my first version, or if you are keeping it simple. Sharon, I sent it to you also through Messenger, so hopefully one of the 3 ways work now. Eleanor is using 3 different colors. Brave. Nitty too. So, after I filled in my 4th DELICA bead, then I continue through the first one, which you added. Hello, Amy. Cheryl also works with 3. Teresa also works with 3 colors. And in the 3rd step, hello, Amy. In the 3rd step, you should be switching to an accenting color. The 1st and the 2nd color of the DELICA beads, they can be the same or they can be like very similar, but I would recommend to use an accenting color for the 3rd step for the green DELICA beads on my illustrations, because otherwise you will not see the little cross in the middle of the motif. So I am using now 2 colors, and this will be a very different one. And I am adding pairs of DELICA beads between the DELICA beads added in the previous step. Sharon, are you here? Did you get my file? I sent it to you through a message here on Facebook too, so you had to make sure that you can work with us. Eleanor says, we are good girls and doing as been told. What if I tell you you can use 2 or 3 colors and it's up to you? I'm not telling you to use 3. So I filled in pairs of DELICA beads between the beads added in the previous step, and then I will step up through the first bead from the first pair added in this step. And Sharon also has the files through Messenger. I'm really, really happy. I wouldn't be able to start comfortably beading without knowing that everyone has the file. Now I'm smiling, I can drink a sip of coffee. My heart rate went down. It's okay. So, after I filled in the pairs of DELICA beads, I am now hiding step number 1. I hope it's okay with you ladies. I will fill in number 15 seed beads in the middle of the pairs, and I will fill in the previous color of my DELICA beads above that previous color. So when you are in between 2 DELICAs of the 3rd color, then you fill in a number 15 bead, and when you are between 2 pairs of beads, then you fill in the 2nd color of DELICA. So first number 15, then DELICA, number 15 DELICA, and so on and so on. By the way, last week we had 2 super nice workshops of the Byzantine class together with Sharon and Nitty and Kata and Annalene and Elena and who was there? Connie. So what is happening is that as part of my after workshop care, those who have done the same theme already in the past, they can join one more time. So they are encouraged to explore more possibilities. So for example, as we were beading the Byzantine bracelet, then the advanced Byzantine beaders, they were encouraged, for example, to come up for with a variation for a pendant, or for earrings, or just somehow modified, or just modify the colors and bead their own color combination. All is good, just like I always try to make the original design just the starting point, and then we show you ways how to take it to the second, third, fourth level, and adding your own ideas. So that's what was happening last week, and it was super nice. On Saturday there were 13 of us, 12 beaders plus me, and everyone working on the Byzantine, and it was really, really nice. Next week, actually, we are beading together the Starstorm bracelet, and I wanted to offer the same possibility for the beaders who already had the Starstorm class in the past. However, it's a full house, so there are no free slots this time. But very soon we will repeat the workshops, and there will be possibilities to join again. So how are you ladies doing with the motif? This is a motif where it's important to keep good thread tension, not too much, not too little. And at the moment, what I am doing, that I am always trying to keep it very flat, so keeping it between two fingers and flattening. And when it will grow bigger, then after every step, I will put down my motif and I will gently tap on it. First, I try to keep like really good thread tension, and then when I put it down on my bead mat and I gently tap on it, then if I need more thread, then the thread slides into the beads a little bit, and there will be just as much as you need. And Niti says, oh boy, I am loving my colors together. I'm really curious, your Anita bracelet named after you. It came together so well. The yellow, turquoise, and the purple. It's amazing. I love it. No wonder that your sister-in-law likes it too. And Sherry is asking if I will do Byzantine in the future again. Most definitely. It is a design what I really like to bead and teach. So I will definitely do it again. I think it is a design where you can learn really new things. It's not just like, it is fun to make, but also like you learn new technical solutions. And I love that. So yeah, there will be a Byzantine class again. And Cheryl will be meeting Starstorm with me next week. And if there is still problem with the tension or flattening, then yeah, let's repeat the brownie procedure and sit on it. Indeed. Hiding step 2 and going for step 5. And Sherry, I hope you will be able to join me for Byzantine next time. So for step 5, I started out from a number 15 bead added in the previous step. And I will add pairs of the third color of the DELICA beads between the number 15s and between the DELICA beads added in the previous step. And here, please don't pull too much, because we will be adding a third DELICA bead between the two in a pair. And Lynn is asking, do we get to see the prizes given to the winners of your contest? I hope so. Some of them are already traveling to the winners. So I really hope that then they will decide to show them to you and share them with you. So it's up to them. We showed the prices which we got from Matubo Beads, so you could see the huge packages of beads they sent for our winners. And yeah, I really hope that our winners will take a picture when they receive the packages. They started to go out already. So, how are you doing with the motif so far? I am adding my last pair of DELICA beads, and then I will bead through the number 15, which I was starting out from, and then I continue through the first DELICA bead, only the first, not the full first pair, only the first DELICA bead which I added in this step. Hello, Janice! So good to see you. I hope everything is all right with you. And Kata says, I will share a pic. Thank you. And Niti, starting step number 9. So, then it's about time that I hide the third picture, and I put on the screen the 6th one. And in the 6th step, we are repeating the thread path of the previous step. However, we will be adding a DELICA bead between the two, which we picked up like at the same time. So at the beginning, we are exiting a DELICA. We pick up another DELICA bead in the same color, and then we bead through DELICA, DELICA in the second color, and another DELICA. So there will be like picots all around, picots made out of 3 DELICA beads in the third color. And this is a step where please be careful with the thread tension, not to pull too much, not to leave it loose, because this is very important here. And oh wow, and Niti is making dinner at the same time. What are you cooking? And Teresa is asking, Niti, is Miriam today? It seems so. But also, I would like to ask Kata, where is she? Did you already secure all thread ends? And Sarah also promised to share a picture of her prize. Thank you, Sarah. And I want to mention again that the bead embroidered design which you shared in the club, it's beautiful, and you can be very proud of yourself. Sarah got hooked on bead embroidery when she started to bead travelers. She actually got a Slovakian coin as a gift from my sister, and now she's hooked on embroidery and she started to design her own pieces, and that's something wonderful to see. And she actually made something asymmetrical. And I think we once talked about it, that beading something asymmetrical, that's one of the biggest challenges, I think. To keep it balanced, it's not that easy. Yeah, Corinne says Wonder Woman. And Kata is also cooking. What's up with you ladies? Everyone hungry. What are you ladies cooking? Niti and Kata. kind of holidaying this week. It means that I mean to work less, but I end up working the same amount or more. While beading, I don't consider work. I consider work like talking to the accountant, sorting out connections between the accounting system and the e-shop. I think you see the disgust on my face, so that's work for me. Beading, that's not work. Ooh, and Sarah says, my man is cooking, I am beading. Good for you! And it has stuffed curry paprika. That sounds really good. Honey, also cooking. She's making a cold rucola salad. That sounds good. I love rucola. For some reason, Adam hates it. So every time I buy rucola, I still buy rucola. After all, I'm the one taking care of cooking. So from time to time, I don't behave and I buy rucola. But at least, like, my holiday mode meant that today I was not cooking and I bought something at the market. And we have like a new Korean food stand. And I just discovered that even if I hate cabbage usually, and especially sauerkraut, that's something what I can't even look at, I bought kimchi and I discovered that I love kimchi. So I bought something with kimchi today, and yeah. That was my holiday treat to myself. And Nicolene has ice cream again. What kind of ice cream are you having? Today I was eating still the saffron ice cream recommended by Kata, by the way. Oh, Jonna is asking what is rucola. I just realized that rucola is not in English. It's rocket salad. Is that a thing? Somehow it comes to me that it's called rocket salad in English. And then maybe it's something stupid I just said, but I didn't drink enough coffee today. I always blame it on that. So, I'm hiding step 6 since already most of you are at step 10. Just, yeah, rocket. So I'm hiding step 4, and I will go now for step 7. Oops, this is it. Okay. Step 7, and now I will fill in fire polished beads, 3mm fire polished beads between the delicas added in the previous step. Not between the whole picot beads, but only between the delica beads in the middle of the picot. Oh, Teresa says, rucola is arugula. I've heard that word, but I never realized that it's the same. Yeah, and Connie says, a salad which tastes like nuts. And sometimes it's even spicy. I love it when it's spicy. Ooh, and Kata is having something really delicious. She says, mushroom stew for the weekend, and tiny potatoes roasted in the oven with rosemary and other herbs. I have a piece of meat as well, but maybe I will just chunk the potato. I would skip the meat, but like the mushroom stew with the tiny potatoes, that sounds really, really nice. I really like to eat, by the way, if someone would not notice it until now, then I have to say that I love eating. So, it says rucola according to Google Translate, it's arugula in English. Yeah, somehow I think rocket and arugula then maybe used in different parts of the world. US, UK. Yeah. Okay, then it seems that Rocket is in the UK. Cheryl says, I have never heard of arugula, but Rocket I love. So then it's Rocket in the UK, and it must be arugula in the States. And Sarah has tiny potatoes and sweet potatoes in the oven and nice meat with pepper sauce. And Nidhi says, mushroom stew, when do you pop by? That's a real question, Kata. That's a serious question. When are you coming? Kata actually has a plane ticket, and she had to cancel it. And oops, needle below the butt, but I saved it, the butt and the needle. And Lynn says, morning here, time for coffee. Time for 2 coffees, at least. Gwen, hello. Gwen, I think I don't recall your name. Is this the first time that you are here with us, or have you already beaded with us in the past? I'm glad to see you. I'm looking forward to getting to know you better. And searching for step number 8. So now we are going to add 3 DELICA beads in between the fire polished added in the previous step. These DELICA beads, they will be hidden under another layer, so you don't have to worry much about the color, but I would choose something which blends in. Ooh, and emotions are rising. Kata says, Niti, I have Hungarian taifel for it. Oh my god. Taifel is sour cream, and yeah, we Hungarians have a thing for it. And Niti says, kill me, don't let me suffer. And Susie said, I just had a bowl of cereals. It's so hot that I might cook something hot later, but needed to chill now. That's completely understandable, Susie. Actually, these days, my dinner is always just a protein shake. I mix, for example, a banana, or yesterday I blended some strawberries with milk, and I bought something really evil last week. I popped in, there is like a specialty kitchen store on our corner, and they had hazelnut. Is it an English word? I hope so. So hazelnut paste with chocolate. So I put in the smoothie a big spoon of this hazelnut chocolate thingy and protein powder, and I blend it, and it's amazing. And since the milk is coming from the fridge, then it's cool and refreshing. And it's 2 minutes to make it. And Susie says, my hubby eats after sunset. He loses his appetite in the heat. I can totally understand him. I can't eat normally in this heat wave. And Lynn says, when it's hot here, I don't cook inside. I use the grill and put everything in foil, keeps the house cool. Or use my crock pot on the porch. And Teresa is asking, hazelnut chocolate Nutella? Something like that, but it's like some artisan-y thing. It was like my treat last week. So it's really good, really chocolatey and really hazelnutty. Yeah, it is like Nutella, just like a lot better. And 𝐉𝐻𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 is done. Have to bezel reveally and put it on the motif. That's also very possible. You can make any kinds of variations. And I'm hiding number 6. And I will put number 9, step number 9 on the screen now. And Susie says, it sounds awesome. It is. And yeah, there is a lot of protein in it, so it is also like nutritious. And Joanna says that she uses the grill a lot during the summer. It keeps the heat out of the house. So, in step number 9, I am adding more beads between the fire polished ones. And these new beads, they should be over on top of the DELICA beads, on top of the trios of the DELICA beads. And the new combination is, I pick up a number 15, I pick up a number 11 and another number 15, and then I bead through the next fire polished bead. Just as in the previous step, just these new beads, they will be on top of the DELICAs. And Kata says, I harvested about 3 kilograms of tomatoes today. I will definitely prepare some gazpacho on Saturday. That's such a good idea. Also, cold fruit soup is perfect in the heat. I agree. I agree. That's something what I really like to make. I like to mix, for example, raspberries with strawberry and make a nice cold soup of it. It's really refreshing and it tastes like a dessert. You are eating dessert for lunch or dinner, and that's amazing, I think. And Hilly says, same here, but the problem is I have to start working around 6 a.m. So dinner and 10 p.m. is not so good for digestion. Indeed. I don't actually, also I like to eat like around 6. And that's it for the day, unless like there is some special occasion. But normally I eat around 6 and that's it for the day. Susie will have stuffed paprika with tomato sauce tomorrow. Very seasonal. And Hilly says, luckily temperature is dropping, so hope we can eat dinner at a normal time. Indeed, or that I will be able to cook something, because yeah, we agreed at home that until it's so warm, let's not force big cookings and just stick to salads and cold stuff. Anyway, like I'm usually not in the mood for something big when it's so warm. And ladies, we are again talking about food. And I actually blame my extra kilos. I blame you for my extra kilos. Everyone calls the extra kilos like Corona kilos. No, it's beading kilos. But slowly getting rid of them. But while we are talking about cooking and all kinds of yummy things, how are you doing with your Acantha brooch? I would really like to know. Especially step number 9, because that's a little bit tricky. And I want to make sure that everyone can follow the instructions and everyone will have a nice jewel by the end of the day. And Nikki says, tomatoes. Oh my gosh, I bought 4 kilos last week. I need to pick up some more later today. Like, I love tomatoes, Nikki, but you have to tell me, like, what did you do with 4 kilos of tomatoes? And Lynn says, a bowl of mixed frozen berries are great to have at night to cool you down. That's a good idea. Lily says, I can't make you happy with pea soup. I actually love pea soup, but without meat or something. And Cheryl says, oh, but yeah, there is the Dutch pea soup. That's something what I don't eat it. I love some Dutch foods, but not the pea soup, not the 𝐻𝐻𝐄 soup. That's too meaty for a vegetarian. But my husband loves it, especially with a cold beer in a pub. And Cheryl says, you lot are making me feel so hungry. I can see me getting something delivered. And finally, somebody is talking about beading again. Susie says, 9 almost done. Sherry is doing okay. Jana is back on salmon. Ladies, where's the morale? Where's the morale? At least pretend to be beading. Okay, 𝐊𝐻𝐿, thank you. Thank you, she says. Could you please explain the number 9, please, if possible? Of course. So, at the beginning of number 9, you are exiting a fire polished bead. And you pick up the combination of number 15, number 11, number 15. And then you go through the next fire polished bead, just as in step number 8. And this combination of number 15, 11, 15, it will be on top of a picot added in step number 8. So it will be just decoration, this part. Okay, Niti explains the tomatoes. She says, I snack on them. Better than chocolate or ice cream. That's so true, actually, and a good idea. I make bruschetta these days a lot, like once a week. And then I use lots of tomatoes too. Jana will have salmon with asparagus. Wow, that sounds really good. And 𝐊𝐻𝐿, was it all right for step number 9? Please let me know if you need more explanation. I am always happy to do that. And Susie says, I love to discuss food. It is a great way to learn about the other people and cultures. Food and spice is my favorite souvenir from trips. Okay, one more time. Oh, Sharon has to go. Zoom class with John Power. Sharon, enjoy it very much. It was nice to see you again. And looking forward to see your finished Acantha motif. Enjoy your class very much. Corina is dripping on the beadboard with all this food talk. Me too. Me too. At least I have, okay, I still have coffee. Then it's good. So, step number 9, you are adding the combination of number 15, number 11, round ones, number 15, between the fire polished beads, just as in step number 8 with the DELICA beads, but this time the beads will be, the round slit beads will sit on top of the DELICA beads. So there will be 2 layers. And when you finish, when you add the last trio of beads, then the goal is to get into a group of DELICA beads and exit through the middle one. That's where we will continue with step 10. And Sarah says, I got stuck with the thread, so my bracelet flew through the room when I dropped it. Hate when that happens. Yeah, sometimes I'm shooting jewelry and beads. And Niti says, and indeed, in love with my mandala. It is nothing like I made before. Not wavy, and the colors, what happened to me? I love it. Then I'm really curious. and I'm glad that it doesn't require more flattening. And ladies, let me know please if it was okay with step number 9. I am more than happy to go over it one more time if you need me to. And in the meanwhile, step number 10. And in this step, we are going to add, now I'm getting to my black beads, we are going to add groups of 3mm fire polished DELICA bead in the 3rd color and another 3mm fire polished between the middle DELICA beads added in step number 8. So please let me know if this is clear. So I am exiting a DELICA bead, the middle one from a group added in step number 8. I pick up a 3mm DELICA, I pick up a 3mm fire polished, a DELICA bead, and another 3mm fire polished. And then I bead through the next DELICA bead, which is in the middle of the next group. And Beverly, hello, she says, this did not come on for me until right now. So sorry, I missed most of our time together. Oh no. It's always the same time. And sometimes, like, that's not something what anyone would be able to explain, like how Facebook works. They say officially that if you follow a page, if you set like, if you go to the top of my page and then you select like follow the page and like it is like priority following or something like that, then theoretically videos always pop up. That's what Facebook says. But I am hearing from like several of my friends who are having Facebook pages that it's not always the case. So the best what you can do is that you come to my page at the designated time and then you start refreshing. The designated time is like 5 p.m. Central European time. I am usually late by 5 minutes, I have to say. So then you need to refresh a couple of times and then you know for sure that you don't miss it. And Beverly, even if I am already at step number 10, I think you still have chance to finish it sooner than me, even if you start beading now, because I'm extremely slow when beading during a broadcast. So don't worry at all. And to catch up with us, please tell us about your favorite meal or that what are you going to eat together. And how are your colors, ladies? How are they coming together? I am working with these black beads now and it freaks me out a bit, I have to say. It's just so unusual. Oh, Corinne says, it pops up for a few seconds and only once. Sarah says, I clicked somewhere, so I got a ping and notified when you start the broadcast. Yeah, like theoretically, when you scroll up on the top to the top of the page and you say like, you want priority notifications, then it should be all right. But for some reason, it's not working for 100%. But that's the best you can do to get a notification. So, step number 10, I added groups of fire polished bead, DELICA fire polished bead, between the middle DELICA beads from the groups added in step number 8, and my goal is to finish in a DELICA bead added in this step. And Sarah says, 3 dots in the corner to the right. Thank you so much. I will make a screenshot to make it easier. And Nora, I always love Laura's colors. She's so good in putting them together. She says, my colors is avocado green, purple, and olive green. I use my favorite color combination. Yeah, if not turquoise, then at least avocado, right? Oh, in this broadcast now. Okay. And Cheryl says, I am resolved to pick colors at random rather than thinking about it in the future. My colors are better that way. That's funny. Like, I'm usually picking my colors before a broadcast, like last minute. Because whatever I do, however I plan, there is something unexpected. And I'm always picking colors last minute. But today I was like, oh my God, I have to use black. I have to like actually think about it. So I was ready earlier. And Kata says, Nora has wonderful colors. Indeed. And this is mine, by the way, with the black beads. I'm freaking out. And Suraj took a screenshot and will share it. Thank you so much. And I am going to step number 11 now. I'm hiding step number 8. How are you doing, ladies? Where are you? Like, you finished already the motif, right? And everyone is probably laughing at me how slow I bead. But I make up for my efficiency with talking a lot. I hope it counts. And really likes it. Then I'm really happy because you were the one challenging me. DELICA uses purple and turquoise and pink and yellow and galvanized zest. That sounds more like something for me than the black. But I have to say I'm liking it. And I really like being challenged and stepping out of my comfort zone, because that's how we grow and that's how we learn. We learn what do we like. We also learn what do we don't like. So it's like a double-edged sword. But I'm happy with this black beading. Not too much black. Not too much, but still. And number 11, I will be adding combinations between the DELICA beads added in step number 11. And finally something comfortable. I am going back to powdery pastel pink beads. They will be added to the website very soon in 3 different sizes and even as fire polished beads. And what I am doing now, that I pick up the combination of number 15, then 2 4mm round pearls, and another number 15. And then I bead through the next DELICA bead added in this step. And this is how I go all around. Number 15, 2 4mm round pearls, number 15. And I bead through the next DELICA. Liv, hello! So good to see you. Liv was also at the workshop on Saturday. And she says, I have to tell you, I'm falling in love with Byzantine more and more as it goes. You make me so happy. And I'm really looking forward to see your finished piece and to see your own colors. That can be the first challenge after finishing the basic color combination. So this is how my Acantha looks like at the moment. I think the pink beads look good on the edges. Oh, Kata is actually ripping a bit. She's changing the number 15s. By the way, originally I beaded this motif as a brooch, but of course you can make it into a pendant, you can make it into earrings, you can make it into whatever you like. And since there are 8 corners, then it's easy to connect several pieces to each other. So you can also make a bracelet, for example. If you have a feeling that your motif is not sturdy enough, but you want to make a bracelet, then what you can do is that you attach it to a piece of ultra suede, and then you can combine bead weaving and bead embroidery. So that's another possibility to think about when you are exploring what can happen with this. And the reason why I came up with this motif is because I know that you really like mandala-shaped motifs. When I look through the pictures, what I see from you, after no one has to bead alone lessons, then I see that your favorites are, for example, Leah or Chloe, where we beaded like a round circular motif going around and around. And there was always a cabochon in the middle. However, very often it happened that I used an 8mm cabochon, but you didn't have it, or I used a 12. Then it can be a problem. So here I decided that I make the focal part from DELICA beads, so no one will have a problem with finding the right size. And he is asking what is behind me. Those are ultra suede. Colorful ultra suede. Actually, they will be available at the storytellingjeweler.com, and you will be able to purchase like a bigger piece. We will list them as smaller pieces, so you can have like samples of them. However, when you order more of them, then you will get one big piece. So for example, if you want to make a big necklace, then you can have a big piece of ultra suede and you will not have to glue together several pieces. Also, if you want to make something similar as my vest, the Serendip, then yeah, it's nice to have a big piece of ultra suede instead of tiny ones, which are usually available. And Kata says, I will probably do a version, so I put it on a metal bracelet piece with embroidery. You are making me very curious. So, I will hide now step number 11. Oh, step number 9. And I will show the last step, which is step 12. And here I will be adding number 11 seed beads between the 2 round pearls, which are like in the same pair, which were picked up at the same time. And then I will add a 3mm BICONE bead between 2 pairs of the 4mm round pearls. So always on top of a combination of number 15, DELICA number 15, there should be a BICONE bead. And now I'm actually thinking if I should not, yeah, yeah, I will actually switch my BICONE beads because I think that the amethyst shimmer 2 times it will look better than what I have picked originally. And Kata says, if you want to make a piece as my vest, yeah, sure, in another life when I grow up as a beader. Kata, You are so ready for it. Totally. By the way, I'm thinking that's like, you know, I have many, many, many plans. But for the future, for the more distant future, one thing what I would like to do is to add the vest as a master class. How does that sound to you? Then we would like, every one of us would make a cut which fits ourselves, and then I would guide you in embroidering your own vest. I have to say it is a painful process, because if you want to do the edging, whatever you use for the edge, it takes like a really, really long time, but it is so worth it. So that's something moving in the back of my mind. Okay, I think it is jaw dropped, and Kata says, woohoo! I think it would be really fun. I always wanted to make, by the way, a purple and yellow combination, but I was like, oh my god, I will not have the time, whatever. But if we made it together, then I would have a purple and yellow vest, which I would love to have. This is so egoistic, right? And Sarah says, that is fun for the tiny people. Mine would took forever. No. And Donna is with us. Hi, Erika. We'll catch everything on replay. Had a scheduling conflict. Hello, Donna. Good to see you at least a bit. And Kata says, bezel or rivolis you have homework, bezel or rivolis you have at home, and some more. I have 211 rivolis in the vest. So, yeah, Kata, I think she has 211 rivolis at home, probably even more. I would not be surprised. I had to make that time a special order from Swarovski directly to have that many, but I think Kata has the stash. Cheryl says, if it's a future plan, I best get my skates on and get up to that point that I can actually make it. And Corinne says, we will leave to our grandchildren to finish the vest. It can be a heirloom piece, meaning like you start it and then the next generation continues. Hill says, please repeat that. Can you please specify what should I repeat? I am talking a lot, so I don't know what are you referring to exactly. Sorry, my fault. Beverly says, purple and yellow were my college colors. Didn't like them together until then, and now I like them together. Love them together. And Kata says, not in the same color. However, you could totally make it in different colors. Oh, Hilly asking about the number of rivolis. It is like together with the big cabochons, it was 211 pieces. I will always remember this number. It was like 12 bigger cabochons, like 25 millimeter times 18, I think. And yeah, something like that, like about 12 other cabochons, and the rest around 200 rivolis. Yep, I know. I'm not, I was not sane that time. I was dreaming of bezeling rivolis. By the way, I'm finally finishing my motif. It's super sturdy and super flat, and I really hope that yours are too. How is it going, ladies? Oh, I'm very happy with mine. Jenna says, my fingers would fall off before I got it done. It was actually not that bad. I remember like we could start on the 1st of April. It was a Sunday. Oh my God, I really remember the details. And I set my alarm and I got up at like 7 o'clock. We lived in Hungary that time. And I just started to bezel. And that day I bezeled like 30 pieces. So it was a good start. And by pushing through that many right at the beginning, then I could just move like by 10, 15 at the same time, and still I would see like, oh, I already made so much progress. So it was motivating me that right at the beginning I really pushed it. And what really helped me, that already in advance I made very precise plans. I didn't know exactly how the decoration on how the motif on the back will look like, but I totally like I had it in my mind, this rest with the edges and everything, and I wrote down. I measured like, okay, this is that many centimeters, the edges. So a bezeled rivoli is like a centimeter or a bit more. So I made calculations. So I knew that how much time will I probably need. And I made myself like small deadlines in between, like by the end of the first week, I have to finish this and this. By the end of the second week, I have to finish this and this. So that's how I could like stay focused. And Kata is finished and happy. Oh, then post your picture in the group. Nicolene is not beading today. Sherry is done. Joanna is not so happy with her colors. Give us the chance to give you a second opinion before you would rip it out, okay? Karina, I'm plus size. How many ribbons? Well, I had 211 and I'm extra small. And 𝐊�H𝐋𝐄 says, I have heard there is a special display at the Hermitage, Russian jewelry. Have you visited? Yes, indeed. I had to. There are actually, I think on my page, there are pictures from it, from last year. And Caroline says, love this motif. Thanks so much for sharing your talent with us. It was a pleasure, Caroline. These bead togethers, there are really like, for me, something that I'm looking forward to every week and thinking about it all the time. So thank you very much for beading with me week by week. Kata is adding the filigree. Definitely not 400. No. Don't be afraid. I'm pretty sure it would be doable for everyone. So, ladies, I would like to thank you for today. I would like, and of course, to invite you to continue the party in the Storytelling Beading Club. I'm really looking forward to see your creations. So post a picture so everyone can see it. And remember that we have a special deal until Tuesday, until the next coffee time starts, that if you buy 3 L2 Studio cabochons at thestorytellingjuveler.com, then as a gift, you will get a teardrop-shaped one from us, and you can use it for a ring for which I am recording a video for you, a bead embroidered ring. And that's our gift to kickstart you with bead embroidering rings. So we still have the deal on until next Tuesday. Thank you very much, ladies. And I am wishing you a beautiful and peaceful weekend. And I am looking forward to see your pieces and to bead with you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.